It is 1:30 Universal Time. I'm Jim Tedder in Washington. A bomb explosion has killed at least 56 people at a religious gathering in Pakistan. 100 others were injured. The bomb exploded in the southern city of Karachi during evening prayers at a public park. Thousands of people had gathered there to celebrate the birthday of the Prophet Muhammad. The dead included 3 Sunni leaders. Officials say the bomber also died in the attacks. No one has taken responsibility for the attack. Pakistani Interior Minister Aftab Ahmed Sherpao told VOA News that officials are investigating the incident. A rocket has hit a school at a Muslim religious center in eastern Afghanistan. 7 children were killed, and more than 30 other people were wounded. Officials in Asadabad say 2 rockets were fired at the city. However, the second rocket did not cause any damage or injuries. Afghan officials blamed the attack on Taliban fighters. A man who said he is a spokesman for the rebel group denies any involvement in the attack. He told the Associated Press that the group does not kill innocent children. In a separate incident, a bomb exploded near a road in the eastern city of Jalalabad. 5 people were wounded. Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad says Iran has processed the element uranium to a level that can be used in nuclear power centers. He also said again that Iran is not seeking to develop nuclear weapons. The United States has accused Iran of such activity. Scientists and experts say Iran has a long way to go before they are able to build a nuclear bomb. The United Nations Security Council has demanded that Iran suspend uranium processing activities by April 28th. But Iran has rejected the demand. Iranian officials say Iran has the right to use nuclear energy for peaceful reasons. Shiite politicians in Iraq have failed again to agree on their candidate for prime minister. Leaders of parties in the Shiite United Iraqi Alliance met Tuesday in Baghdad. They said they would try again Wednesday to settle the issue. Shiite leaders have been trying to form a government since they won elections in December. On Monday, Sunni Arab and Kurdish leaders again rejected the nomination of Prime Minister Ibrahim al-Jafari to lead the next government. They say he has not done enough to end violence between religious groups. United Nations Secretary-General Kofi Annan says he is concerned about recent fighting along the border of Chad and Sudan's Darfur area. In a statement released Tuesday, Mr. Annan said the violence is harming efforts to bring peace to Darfur and the Central African Republic. Earlier, the UN Refugee Agency reported that gunmen seized a refugee camp in eastern Chad. Several Chadian security officers were killed. The United Nations Security Council is demanding that the Sudanese government and rebels reach a peace agreement by the end of April. In a statement released Tuesday, the Security Council said that both sides must agree on a deal by the April 30th time limit set by the African Union. The Council has also called for a UN team to travel to Darfur. It is to plan for the changeover of the peacekeeping operation there from the African Union to the United Nations. You are listening to the news in VOA Special English. Cuba and Venezuela have joined forces to again open an oil processing factory in Cuba. The deal will restart operations at the factory in the city of Cienfuegos on Cuba's southwest coast. Cuban state media reports that the deal gives Cuba 51% ownership of the factory. Venezuela will receive 49%. Venezuela currently sells Cuba 90,000 barrels of oil a day. The United Nations has advised its aid organizations to limit political links with the Hamas-led Palestinian government. However, UN officials say the new policy will permit Palestinians to continue to receive aid. The United States and the European Union have withheld aid until the Hamas-led government recognizes Israel's right to exist. Earlier Tuesday, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas said conditions in the Palestinian territories are getting worse as a result of the Western aid restrictions. A Spanish judge has charged 29 people with involvement in the Madrid train bombings. The attack 2 years ago killed 191 people. More than 1,700 others were wounded. The 5 suspects received 191 charges of murder. They also face more than 1,700 charges of attempted murder. The other suspects were charged with assisting in the attack. The official vote count in Italy shows the coalition of opposition leader Romano Prodi has won general elections. The center-left coalition won a majority of seats in both houses of Parliament. Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi has refused to admit defeat. He says there were too many problems with ballots entered by Italians living outside the country. Mr. Prodi declared victory early Tuesday. He says he plans to unite the country. Supporters of Prime Minister Berlusconi have called for a recount. The Mexican national football team will play Venezuela in a friendly match before leaving for Germany for the World Cup finals. The United States Professional League, Major League Soccer, announced Monday that the game against Venezuela will be played May 5th in the American state of California. Mexico will play Iran, Angola, and Portugal in World Cup games starting June 11th. Briefly, here again is the major news. A bomb explosion has killed at least 56 people at a religious gathering in Pakistan. 7 children were killed in eastern Afghanistan when a rocket struck a school in a Muslim religious center. And Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad says Iran has processed the mineral uranium to a strength used in nuclear power centers. And that's the news in VOA Special English. From Washington, this is Jim Tedder reporting.